everyone! And you're probably waiting for me to say, welcome to Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3 Let's Play, but I'm not going to say it this time. No. This is a new Let's Play, a new game, and I'm waiting to see it appear on my end because I'm not actually going to do the playing. Here we go.
Obligatory sound check.
Sound check! This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
We're fine.
And today, people, we're doing a new Let's Play for a new game. We are doing Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, or as we're calling this Let's Play, Tales of the Zodiac.
Final Fantasy XII, ladies and gentlemen, a very weird Final Fantasy to talk about, but nonetheless a very interesting Final Fantasy to talk about, as we'll be probably talking about for the next couple of months now, because this will probably be a very, very long series with a wealth of content, a lot of random discussions, and a lot of talk. So sit back, enjoy, and let's experience the Zodiac. Now beforehand, Joel, I think we need to tell people about, because I'm sure the question we're probably going to get is, when will the Kingdom Hearts Let's Play for 3 be taking place? What's up, Vigriff?
I'm aiming for March.
Yeah, I think you and I were right on the same thing, Joel. By the way, if I can't see your comments on my video for whatever reason, I still don't know why that is. Hang on, let me make sure... Actually, while I'm here, before we start, let me see if I can fix that. Let's see if I can fix the broadcast settings. Okay. Let's check audio sharing settings. I'm seeing if I can fix this right at the beginning, folks, because I'm having some trouble. I don't know why. It's for whatever reason it's not letting me. That's annoying. Hang on. Check sharing and broadcast settings again. Ugh, come on. No, these cutscenes are watchable. The problem is you're not going to be able to see comments for whatever reason on my side. Can you? No, I mean them actually appearing. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, this comment section's on. You were fine, Cole. You're messing with something that doesn't need to be broken.
I'm talking about right under my icon. In the video, Joel. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I can see it. The broadcast to start, to stop broadcasting, there's the comment section.
Alright, anyway, so we'll forget about that for now, but thank you, Vigriff. Thank you for being very understanding. Anyway, yeah, that's what Joel and I are pretty much shooting for, is to try to do 3 in March. We're doing that mainly just to see if any of the restrictions get, hey, Lo's here. What's up, Lo?
I don't see Lo in the comment section yet. Oh, I'm a little behind.
Naturally. Anyway, so that's when the idea is to start 3.
Hi, Lo.
We're going to wait just to see if the restrictions actually lift. If not, we're just going to go ahead and we'll just have to cut around, so apologies in advance.
And of course, there's the copyright for some of those very, 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 very identical cutscenes in the Tangled and Frozen world.
Yes, so
very identical.
Very, very identical. But you're here, Lo, so stick around. Let's see. Everything looks good. I'm sticking with the original soundtrack, people. Hopefully that should be fine. I don't see why it would be a problem. But anyway, shall we, Joel? Shall we dive in?
Yep. Look like, well, I'm here, ... so...
Alright, 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Play.
I love how we just fade to silence as soon as, like, it hits the black.
Well, I can't hear anything, and I'm always a few seconds behind, so...
Well, yeah. Oh, Vigriff asks a really interesting question. What do you think of Dissidia NT, Cole? Also, here we are at the Kingdom of Dalmasca? Royal City of Rabanastre. Vigriff, the simple answer is indifferent.
Got
to be
nothing
quite
on
honest.
King's Landing.
Actually,
What?
yeah.
Sorry, Cole.
Funny enough. So here we go.
Funny
We start with a
people.
wedding.
A red wedding?
I guess a white wedding. Very white.
Gotcha. I'm starting season 3 tonight, folks, so I can't wait to see all that's where it all goes down.
Yeah, he gets to see some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah, the prince who isn't a character, but
Oh yeah, Joel. Now you'll finally get more context about Nabudis. That's hilarious. Because of how much they talk about it later on. Thankfully, I have subtitles, people, so if you, for whatever reason, can't hear audio, don't worry, you'll have it. Joel, let's theorize for a second. How long do you actually think they were married?
we got a couple hours.
Wouldn't that have sucked if they were getting ready to start their honeymoon and Razzler just goes off to war?
Yeah.
Think about that. You marry the man, he goes to war, gets off, and here he is.
Yeah. Figures like a few hours at most, Figures suggests.
Yeah, I agree. Also, there's where they mentioned Nabudis, Joel.
Oh yeah.
And remember, Razzler is from Nabudis.
Secure Nalbano with all haste. I will go. And I will go at his side.
I love the dialogue in this game. I love how it's written. We'll get more into that later when a certain specific character shows up, and you know who I'm talking about, Joel.
Yep. Gotta love the super fancy cutscenes.
Yeah. And which is funny, because this game is technically a remaster. This game came out over 10 years ago.
What does the original game look like?
Not too different, to be quite honest. These HD cutscenes still look pretty good even at that time.
So pretty.
Yeah, I love the usage of colors and I love the designs here. The funny part is this opening is the most straightforward part of the game for the most part. Also, Vigor, the only reason I even am continuing any look at Dissidia anymore is just so when they inevitably add Vivi, because he was one of the DLC characters that was leaked. So if they ever do a Season 2, he's going to be added. I can't tell if those are bullets, missiles, or whatnot that they're firing.
Probably bullets.
Well, yeah, if we're going with a fantasy setting, well... Yeah, actually...
Real cool where people are using spears and...
Yeah, well, to be fair, think about the Nethicite, too. But yeah, actually, yeah, you're right, because the Nethicite has only just recently become a major thing. Nathan's like, Steve, this is not, Lord, no. That would be awesome if Final Fantasy ever did a Helm's Deep scenario. Considering Helm's Deep lasts, well, how much longer than this?
Actually, how long is the Game of Thrones in playing this too? Because this is kind of Game of Thrones-ish too.
Yeah.
Where's Stannis the Manus?
Technically, actually, I'm trying to think of the equivalent of Stannis here. Vigor says he didn't care all that much about the city. I don't blame you, Vigor. I don't blame you.
Could you imagine Stannis having to go up against an army of guys with bullets and lasers and stuff? He's just like, we're all gonna die. Let's fight anyway.
Well, to be fair, that's basically what it's like for the Dalmaskins. Low with the Stannis hype, loving it. And right in the throat. I'm pretty sure that was the throat.
Looked like it.
Let's be honest, if we were trying to go by real physics, that thing landing right there probably would have done a lot more damage. Nathan, no spoilers. Joel's only in season 3.
I didn't see it.
Good. We're starting season 3 tonight, actually. We go from a wedding to a funeral. Actually, yeah, some of these ceremonies are very much kind of old gods, new gods type of thing. Curiously, I love them, and even with blank, I love them still.
I have much to look forward to tonight, don't I?
Oh yeah.
I hope we can.
You're only a cat of a different coat. That's all the truth I know. Oh, Game of Thrones talk. I'm loving it. And here we are, Final Fantasy XII.
It's fun because now I'm recognizing more and more stuff as we go along.
Yeah.
The death of Lord Raslaheos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies.
Actually, this is my first time playing 12 after Game of Thrones 2, actually.
The air of hope that had surrounded her.
Funny enough. And I could have read The Lion Still Has Its Claw. So we were playing, singing The Reigns of Casimir.
At the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great.
Also, I'll go ahead and address this now. Yes, Final Fantasy Tactics does take place in this same world. Though I think very much either in the future or the past, one of the two. So with this, Joel, we're basically setting up what the whole game's going to be about. There's going to be a war. Arcadia and Rosaria are fighting each other, trying to get past each other. Dalmasca is in the way, and they're trying to cross.
Would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction.
Joel was introduced to the Reigns of Casimir last night. I made sure to point it out to him when it came up.
A counterattack was
This song was very good too. I like
yeah.
But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies.
I gotta say, if George R.R. Martin ever wanted to do just write a book of songs, which he probably has, I'd buy it.
I think, for some reason I heard George R.R. Martin did a Rick and Morty comic, but I might be forgetting.
That sounds hilarious.
Lord Rick, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept his terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress.
Oh Lord, we're in a Final Fantasy game where we're talking about treaties now. Oh Lord. Lo says you'll hear it again, don't worry. Nathan says, I don't know, Cole, you need to wait 6 years for George to make one. Yeah, that's true.
For a terrible revelation awaited them.
Ah yes, R.R. Martin's fiction's most notorious serial killer. Oh, y'all are teasing Joel right now, it's so good.
And writ in royal blood.
The tease is real tonight, and I'm loving it. And now we finally get into the gameplay.
You there.
Also, fun fact, I didn't realize until much later that Rex, Joel, you remember Vaughn's brother Rex?
Yeah.
I believe he's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who also voices Sasuke.
Oh wow.
Your name? Rex.
Lo says, I'm just pivoting to 12 for a second. I know I played this game, but I don't think I ever finished it. Well, I guess we'll find out as we go along.
You are still whole.
Good news is yeah, Yuri Lowenthal's actually a really, really good voice actor. Nathan, if you're still here, you can probably name quite a few voices he's provided.
I love the choking Sasuke memes that have been coming out.
17, sir.
I can't believe it took this many years for those memes to become a thing.
Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years
Also, I never thought I'd be
Surprised he
playing.
hasn't been in Kingdom Hearts.
He might have been. Nathan says Yuri also voices Simon from Gurren Lagann and Spider-Man in the PS4 game. That he does.
No, sir. I want to
And many, many others. I'm trying to think of some others.
homeland. And for my parents.
Vigor says, I'm not very fond of Sasuke. Don't worry, Vigor. I don't even know what my opinion of him is anymore.
We have a better version. His name's Riku.
Yes, exactly. And we also have a better version who looks just like him. He's called Noctis.
Yeah, everyone says they want Noctis or Lightning in the next Kingdom Hearts game.
I would much rather have Noctis more than I would ever have Lightning.
That's like the big joke. In the
Lo says, mostly all I remember from this game is the sexy bunny lady. Oh yes, this game has spawned a lot of interesting fan art.
Funny people, I call them.
Yep. And Nathan being like, oh, thank you, Vigriff, thank you. Yes, I forget. Yuri Lowenthal also voices Cecil Harvey, the main character of Final Fantasy IV. Actually, probably the best main character out of any Final Fantasy game, actually. Yes, Fran, wow. Yes, Vigriff, you're right. Fran is her name.
That's right, Fran. Like in the name of the nanny.
Yeah, Cecil's great. I also really love Kane. Funny enough, Kane's voice actor, Liam O'Brien, also voices Kane. And I mean, he voices Gaara and Naruto, or however you want to say it.
Someone says, if you know the plot of Naruto, you essentially know the plot of Kingdom Hearts, more or less.
Somewhat, yes. Lo says, okay, I'm getting off. Talk to you two tonight. Later, Lo.
Bye-bye, Lo. See you later. See you.
Lo, you tease. Yeah, I really like Gaara as well, Nathan. And you're right, Vigriff, he also voices Caius. Now, the one thing you're probably going to notice right off the bat is this game kind of has a very MMO-like game style, and that's intentional, because I believe at one point this game was supposed to be an MMO.
It's big enough to be an MMO.
Yeah, it was originally made to be, but I think Square kind of said, nope, not doing an MMO, we got 11, so you guys go ahead and make a single-player game.
I remember first seeing this game, it's like, oh wow, the world is so pretty.
It's very, very pretty. If you can say one thing about Final Fantasy in general, it's that you can always say that their art design is usually on point. Usually.
And I haven't felt that way about worlds since Kingdom Hearts 3 and their worlds.
Yeah.
Dang, they were some pretty worlds.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they were on the PS4. Technically this is too, but this is from like 10 years ago.
Thank you.
Nathan, while you're here, who is your favorite Naruto character if you had to pick one? Same goes for you, Vigriff, if you actually have one. So again, very MMO-like style. Actually, Joel, I don't even know if I've asked you this. Have you ever played an MMO before?
Nope, I'm not paying for that.
Neither am I.
No, wait, we did play an MMO once. We played a little bit of Lord of the Rings online. 5 seconds.
Nathan says Shikamaru is my favorite. I gotta love Shikamaru. He's such a drag, but he's so amazing. Vigor says favorite Naruto character, probably Tamari. Oh, so you and Nathan both like the people who end up marrying each other. That's hilarious. But I do like Tamari. Who is actually, her voice actress, Tara Platt, is actually married to Yuri Lowenthal, funny enough. You know what's funny, Joel? Since this game has the Gambit system, I can technically just walk around, let my character fight people as I talk.
That's true, you could. If you ever get into a big conversation.
Yeah, I got that going for me. And we have our first technically boss of the game, I think. I wouldn't consider this a boss because it's easy. Plus, you can't really die unless you kill yourself. Also, Vigor says he likes Rock Lee. Gotta love Rock Lee. I also like the boss battle music in this game. Actually, Joel, I just realized, you know who Stannis kind of reminds me of?
Who?
In this game, if I had to give him kind of an equivalent.
Who?
Vayne.
You think so?
In some mannerisms, though, in terms of how they follow the rules, not so much, because Vayne is nothing of the sort. Vigo says mainly because he feels the underdog role much better than Naruto. Yes, he does. I am trying to think of who I would actually equate to being the actual equivalent to Stannis here. And I feel like he exists too. I just don't know, or she exists. I don't know who that is.
Who's Tyrion?
Good question.
You don't really have dwarves.
No, but you have the Namu. But we don't have any important Namu in here, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy references. Gotta love them. In a Final Fantasy game, of course. Meta.
I always go. Is there like one step? What's the most meta Final Fantasy game?
The most meta Final Fantasy game?
Yeah.
V-Griff, if you have an idea for what that might be, please let me know, because I am drawing a blank. Maybe 15? Actually, no, screw that. Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 9 is the most meta.
I love meta. You doesn't know what you're talking.
Meta is kind of a PC game movie that kind of just Joel, can you explain it?
Well, he's put question marks, so I think he might just not know which one which one would be the most meta.
No, he says what? He doesn't know. So can you try to explain it to him? Because words do words good.
Oh, meta. Oh, let's look up the actual dictionary definition.
I know what meta is. We're asking what you if you had to pick a meta Final Fantasy game, what would you pick, V-Griff, of the ones you know?
Meta of a creative work referring to itself or the conventions of its genre, self-referential. We will take him to safety.
Then then if we're going by that definition, Final Fantasy 9, undeniably.
Okay, no meta. So yeah, we're trying to ask what is the most meta of Final Fantasy games.
And that's 9 without question. Yeah, that too, Vigor. Yeah, probably Final Fantasy 5. Yeah, actually, yeah. 9 and 5 probably. Where am I going? Oh yeah. We will face many Imperials, but we need not fight all of them. Offense is wiser, of course. Should we? I love the line bosses here. There is no shame in fleeing from a battle that serves no purpose. It's a good line. Why fight if it serves no purpose?
Indeed. I kinda love how, like, all the knights and stuff are, like, the prettiest people. It's like, okay, we gotta let in the most prettiest people in.
What the hell am I doing? Yeah, no kidding. To be fair, Joel, maybe the Dalmascan army could have been really struggling at this point, so maybe they were just taking in anyone they could get. I mean, to be fair, Rex was by no means a soldier.
I once read a Star Wars manga where the main characters all look like pretty anime people. They were all Imperials, and they were at like a fancy ball.
Did they have the bathtub from the Lego games, the jacuzzis? Vigor says
the recruiting policy master.
Yeah. Vigor says it's typical of anime and anime type realities. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it depends on the aesthetic too. There are some ugly ass anime aesthetics out there if you know where you're looking.
Oh, speaking of anime, I been seeing commercials for the new Sword Art Online season.
Alization, I think.
Yeah.
That's the season that most anyone who's read that who reads Sword Art Online, they always profess it as being the best Sword Art Online anything other than Abridged, of course.
That's a low bar.
Yeah, but apparently no, it's to the point where they would legitimately call it good.
Oh, wow.
Because it's not dealing with just MMO and that kind of aesthetics. It's dealing with AI and the implications behind AI.
Ooh, that's cool. I know like there's one guy Kirito knows in the real world and it looks really weird. And he doesn't have the sword.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a bridge to get there. I wonder how far a bridge has actually gotten.
Abridged right now is in the, what the hell is that? The Elfheim Online arc.
Is it good?
So far.
It's good.
They've just begun it, so. Okay, so here we are. We have the MacGuffin of this entire game right here. Also, Rex did nothing wrong. Hashtag Rex did no wrong.
Hashtag both sides.
Yeah. Hashtag long live the king. Long may he bleed. I mean, reign.
This is some season 1 of the Game of Thrones stuff, right?
Yeah.
Here. Our king. Does this make the brother Ned Stark?
The king intended all along.
To be fair, Rhavis might have had a brother. I'm not sure.
His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Also, take a look at Bosch's face right now, Joel. Does it seem obvious now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this all started because seemingly Bosch didn't bend the knee.
You'll never surrender to you.
The beard, yeah, Vigriff, exactly.
To be so by a traitor king. But the war is over, my dear captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty. Out of respect.
Keeping sovereignty out of respect.
Haven't you, Captain? We will never bow to you. And the people of Dalmasca.
As much of a dick Vane is, I love when the person says, when he says, we will never bow to you, and Vane says, and the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. That's a Game of Thrones line right there, Joel.
Yeah.
That is a very Game of Thrones line right there.
Just made me want to watch Game of Thrones now.
Vigriff, Green Arrow, which one of us is the evil one? Other Green Arrow, I don't know. We both have beards.
Yeah, if your good guy has a beard, it's gonna be hard.
Or if you're wearing a black cloak.
The Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom.
And everyone else says too.
To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I, to the people of Dalmasca.
You know what the good news is, Joel?
Sons and daughters of
What?
Dalmasca,
This is the prologue.
bid you lay down your arms.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to finish it.
Prayer in their stead.
Hooray!
And it didn't take 2 hours to do it.
King Raminas,
Thank goodness. Well, you've played this a few times, Cole, so...
Yeah, and to be fair, but the prologue, it wouldn't matter who plays it. You can get through it pretty quickly.
Well, this game is probably better paced, though.
Well, yeah, that too. Plus, you have more on the side to do in between big events, as you've seen, Joel.
know also that
That's
Captain
true.
Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of his royal majesty,
Figures is 2 1/4.
has been found guilty of high
Well, we've been
treason
going for
and
29
put to his
minutes.
death.
Yeah.
They who at this late hour choose still.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Vigriff, you're right. The Kingdom Hearts prologue usually take an hour and a quarter. 2 hours and a quarter, I'm sorry.
Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
It's not a surrender without terms, it's a sacking. And actually, not a sacking, it's an invasion. That's what it is. It's not a surrender without terms.
Oh, yeah, no, I was referring to the prologue time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, sorry, Vigriff, my bad. I can't math tonight.
It's so weird that we can't talk Kingdom Hearts spoilers, despite the fact that all three of us have all played the game.
Well, the sad part is that, well, the thing is, you should see the text messages we all... Critical research failure, yeah. Yeah, funny enough, when Joel says, can we talk 3 spoilers, I said, it's still a bit early, Joel, and he says, crap, I'm not even at my own philosophy 14 days.
3 more.
Yes, I have a philosophy of... I established a rule in some of our chat rooms that we have a 14-day... You can't talk about movie with group until 14-day up.
Hey,
You can
rats,
talk
come
about
here.
it with individuals at your own
Well, yeah.
leisure.
And here I am fighting some rats.
Fight them rats. I just posted the last chapter of my Kingdom Hearts story.
Which chapter is it? Is it chained still, or...?
Oh yeah, well, it's called The Road to Dawn.
Oh, no,
yes.
oh, I got you.
But yes, it takes place during Chain of Memories.
Nice.
It's an interlude chapter. It shows Draken and Shigo, and their Draken is almost ready to unveil the replica project.
Nice. Also, we should probably mention, yes, this is Vaughn. He is our Eyes In character.
He's like Luke.
Yes, except a little more ambiguous and not defined as if he's the main character or not.
Totally forgot.
Well, that's another problem. That's probably one of the biggest problems with this game, maybe. We don't know who the main character is.
Yeah. It gets by enough without having to define it, but there are times where it's a little wonky. What's your favorite type of mage? Mine is the red mage. For me... Ooh... I don't know. I'm a fan of white magic myself. I like the use of holy and full life and protect and shell.
You like being a healer.
Yeah, I actually work well as a healer even in MMOs, oddly enough.
I remember seeing this for the first time. It's like, dang, look at this. I wish Kingdom Hearts 1 had these kind of worlds.
Yeah, thankfully 3 does.
Yeah, just cities and...
What'd you say?
Yeah, sir, you haven't paid, and what? Haven't
Of course, we gotta have the snobby Imperials. What? Haven't paid?
This reminds me of,
Actually, didn't something like this happen in Rogue
Jeddah.
One?
yeah, Jeddah.
Yeah.
The Imperial occupation of the Holy City.
And funny enough, this was 10 years before Rogue One.
Citizens of the Empire. Dun, 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 dun.
I love how the Imperials here are oafs even here, but they still can get more done usually, though they kind of go down like flies.
They're like stormtroopers.
Yeah, except the Magisters, Judge Magisters. Figure if I'm already blind.
Are you kidding me? I'm blind.
And here is our, well, I'm not sure where she falls in.
Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they
Oh, that's
catch
right.
you?
She's voiced by,
Well, you shouldn't be there.
Oh yeah, you,
that's,
You're no good to anyone if
she
you're locked away
does,
in a
that's,
dungeon.
What? Am I the leader
I
now?
know the actress because she does the voice of Padme in the Clone Wars.
oh
And
yeah, yeah,
Live
you're right,
Loud.
you're right.
You learned you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Penelo.
Also, we're getting ready to have our twin sons moment here in a minute.
Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
Catherine Tabor.
I thought
That's
that
right.
this money was
She's
the
done a lot of
Imperial Masters'
voices.
property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair
Doesn't
that we
she?
take
I
it
forget.
back.
She joins the
It's
party
up to
later
you
on,
as
right?
well,
I
Penelope?
forget
Yeah.
how far.
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
that what you
Yeah,
said?
she, now, unfortunately for Penelo, she's the one that's kind of just
I never said
there.
anything about taking it back from me.
Still more than Kyrie.
This is for that
Oh, that hurts, Joel.
Just because I help Yellow out every now and then,
Oh.
doesn't mean that you get to
But
eat
here we are,
it
we're getting the
too.
twin sons moment right here.
I know that. You think I like living like this?
So basically, yeah, for right now, Vaughn is Luke.
One of
And
these
that's a
days,
Star Destroyer.
I'll fly an airship of my own.
Do,
I'll be a sky
do.
pilot.
He wants to be a sky pirate. That's a big theme of this game is freedom, and Joel and I will still talk about it. Vigor says, doesn't make it any less true. Oh, indeed.
Well,
You're not wrong, Vigor.
You'll never fly anything
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
locked in a dungeon.
Actually, Joe, I meant to ask you this. What's the closest thing that Tatooine has to, like, jails?
It might be a good idea.
I don't think I've ever seen a Tatooine jail.
I guess with the huts, I guess?
Jabba's dungeon. Jabba's dungeon?
I guess. That's actually a good question. Actually, yeah, I don't think Tatooine has any official form of government other than the huts. Yeah, it would have to be, because Tatooine's always kind of a, it's the, what's a good way to describe it?
Wretched hive of scum and...
Vigor says gulags. Yeah, basically, Vigor. Actually, that's what basically what Jabba's palace would basically be gulags.
Well, I don't think everyone gets imprisoned in Jabba's palace, just people Jabba doesn't want there.
Here's good old Magillo.
Penelope said you needed something?
We're gonna be doing some deliveries. I do like the theme of freedom that gets played around here, which is funny, Joel, because when you and I started this game, you're like, what are they going to do in terms of that whole political aspect? I'm like, don't worry, don't worry.
I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the...
Oh yeah, funny enough, Kites, that gets mentioned as a character in the sequel to this game. Joel, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Actually, you know what would be a good Star Wars mobile game, Joel? I just thought of this.
What?
Hang on, Digger says. I always like how diverse the races are in Final Fantasy. Yes, I do. I always love Final Fantasy's approach to different races.
Both human and creature.
Yeah.
Like, look. Canned people.
And look. Fat other species. I forget what they're called. And I know what this race is called, but I cannot conjure it. But you know what make a good...
horrible cool, but when I went to the Pirates world, I was like, oh my gosh, African Americans. That sounds horrible, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. You have no idea how much I was pining just to go to Tortuga at least once.
I should have gone and collected those crabs for the ships. I made my life on that world harder than I needed to.
You did. You did a lot harder.
I had only level 2 ship.
I think I had a level 3 or 4. I think that's all I had.
There you are, Kites.
See, it must have been easier for you. Your cannon must have been more powerful.
I guess. Also, this is one of the things I love about 12 is that the hunt system. You can do these when you please and when they're available, so they give you a little nice extra little thing to do in between big story stuff.
Make sure, Cole, that we do video segments. That we have parts of the game where we just do side stuff for a while, just to show it off to people.
Of course. Of course, yeah. I mean, if we do like side stuff and just all of it, this series could easily go for more than 6 months.
I remember when Cole and I started playing this for the first time. I just like got really into it.
Yeah.
By the end, I was like, oh man, I want to know what happens.
Yeah. Funny enough, for Joel and I going through this originally took I want to say over a month, Joel, for us to go through this. Probably longer.
Probably, it seemed like probably longer because we didn't do it every day.
Yeah.
Did we do it a lot during the summer? I forget.
I think that's when we did it. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting lore for this game to dissect, especially a lot of the more mystical side of stuff.
Well, I guess I should have explained that the reason we're not doing our KH live stream till March, although we might do 2. I don't know if we want to go back to 2.
We may. Well, the thing is, I think Joel's a bit afraid to go back to 2 at the moment.
A little bit, not entirely, just to do something for fun. I mean, to be fair, we're like, oh, we got almost done. We're heading to the second visit, so it's not like we're gonna get to the fun stuff in the world that never was anyway. But also because KH 3 is just such an emotional draw. It's like yeah, I need a month to recover.
And that too, we also need a little bit of time just to see if any of those if any of the restrictions get taken up. Because Joel, I don't know if you realize this, but where we are now, we cannot actually physically stream the actual epilogue.
Oh dang!
Yeah, remember, it did not, I could physically not see you play it, so it's not going to actually let us show it. So I'm going to see if, I'm hoping it will eventually be lifted. Here says, "Stunk like you are that far from the ending of Cage 2. That is absolutely true as well, Vigriff.
Right, you'll probably do it eventually.
Okay, now I need to explain something here, y'all. Now, so the original Final Fantasy XII, when we talk about this, when we get to the license part, we'll get there. Hang on. Licenses. Please, for the love of, tell me I can skip the license tutorial. And we begin the Rogue Tomato Hunt. Come on, please, don't make me sit through this. Thank you. No, please do not repeat the tutorial. Okay. So here's a little thing I have to set in stone. So, for the original version of Final Fantasy XII, you had what was called the license system, meaning if you had an item and wanted to equip it, you also had to have said license to equip said item. Well, that was all well and fine, and it also let you get buffs for your character too along the line. The problem with that was every single character that you could play as in the game could basically have the same license loadout, meaning at the end game for 12 in the original, none of the characters had any variation whatsoever other than quickenings, which amounted to nothing by the end. So the Zodiac system, and we finally got it with the Zodiac Age, is a try to fix some of that. So meaning it's more class-based when it comes to the when it comes to the license. So let's check out what we've got. Thankfully, the thing over the original Zodiac system is that you can actually have two license systems. Figure says sounds even more rigged than the sphere grid. It is. It's a lot more rigged.
Anyone in the chat room interested in AU fanfics? I've been into one lately, and it's just a lot of fun.
What AU are you talking about?
Kingdom Hearts AU, where Sora is a grown man with a daughter, and Riku is a doctor who they fall in love.
That sounds amazing. Okay. I'm gonna go with night. The good news without the sphere grid is the sphere grid is straightforward. The Zodiac system here is actually pretty straightforward, a lot more than the original version of 12 was.
Also cool, I've been looking at a lot of ancient history documentaries lately. And
let's back that up and start afresh. Do what now? Why are you watching ancient history documentaries?
For fun.
I thought I was crazy because I thought I was the only person who did that.
No. Anywho, well, Red does it too. So if you want to talk to him about it, and I learned something cool.
What?
And it makes me feel happy inside every day.
What?
You know what that is?
What?
Deep down, I think there's a little Qin Shi Huang Di inside all of us.
Yeah. Actually, oh, by the way, Vigor says, when you get the chance, Joel, look for a KH story called Clandestine. I think you'll like it.
Ooh, cool.
Clandestine.
Clandestine. Nice.
Actually, Joel, here's a better way of describing that. There's a little bit of the Aerys Targaryen in us all.
Yeah. Yep.
We all just aren't that into fire.
Cool. If we both ruled over an ancient empire, which one of us do you think would go crazy for the search for immortality?
Alright, let's break this down. Who do you think of the two of us is more interested in staying around a lot longer?
I am.
I think you probably would go that crap crazy trying to.
So you'd watch me go into a river and fish imaginary giant and try to shoot imaginary giant fish with a bow and arrow and just clap quietly with a sour face?
Yes, and I'd write songs about you.
Yay.
Joel the Jointed.
Console is a great man. And not one that
Vigriff, especially the games like Civilizations. Yes, exactly.
matters.
Ooh, my friend Red loves some of his Civilizations.
Which is funny because the sequel to this game, Revenant Wings, is basically a real-time strategy game.
Wouldn't do to keep the
Did anybody ever play Extra History? Or Extra Credit? Videos?
Do what now?
They're a YouTube channel called, I forget what they're called. I think they're called, oh shoot, I watch them all the time and I don't actually know their names. It's sad.
Yeah, I've never played Civilization myself, Vigriff.
It is called Extra Credits.
I have not. What is it? Is it a real-time strategy?
No, it's a YouTube channel. They do videos about ancient historical figures and various topics.
Actually, I might have. I think Red may have shared me something like that.
They just did their ones about Sun Yat-sen.
Nice. Also, this game is not particularly linear. Most Final Fantasies typically aren't, actually. 13's the one that gets the most flack for that. Wander in a desert. I like the music in this game, too. Hitoshi Sakamoto is the composer's name, and it's not by good old Nobuo Uematsu. We all got a little crazy in us all, Joel.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't have done half the stupid shit in my life if I didn't. I don't know. Damn, I can't talk tonight.
Beaker says, Spoonie calls 13 the hallway accurate.
Yes. It is incredibly accurate.
Dang, I haven't heard about Spoonie in forever.
Me too. Didn't he kind of go crazy?
He was always a little bit off, and then the stuff with Lupa happened, and
Yeah.
a lot of drama.
Yep, and then good old Nostalgia Credit came around, and that's all she wrote.
It sounded like, hold my beer.
Vigor's like, he did. See, the thing with Angry Joe is that Angry Joe has his issues from time to time, but Angry Joe's usually pretty good about bouncing back.
Yeah, I like, there's some of the other Channel Awesome characters who aren't horrible.
What's the guy who reviews comic books? I like him.
Linkara?
Yeah, I like Linkara.
Yeah, Linkara is a good guy. I follow him on Twitter. I also follow, some guy named, Nash.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Kyle Nash?
Obviously, yeah, Lindsay Ellis, of course.
Yeah, of course, Lindsay Ellis. Oh, by the way, people do not attack that thing on this low levels. You will be in for a rude awakening.
The T-Rex?
Yeah, do not attack it. Vigor says Linkara is awesome. Yes, he is.
It's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur.
Guys, what the fuck? Whoever came up with that song is a genius.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, leveling up. Oh, here's a good tidbit for anyone playing this game. It's a bloody T-Rex. Use some common sense not to attack it. Well, there's some pretty nonsensical Final Fantasy Let's Players out there. Some of them are hilarious. How are we doing on that license? I forget. Let's see. What do I need? Yeah, I probably want to equip that. Actually, Joel, that's a good question. What was the stupidest thing you've ever done in a video game?
Probably still not realize I could upgrade my Keyblade to Mark 2.
I've got one that's kind of worse than that, Joel, and it's Kingdom Hearts related.
Yeah.
And I've never told you this story.
Yeah?
When I originally played Kingdom Hearts, I didn't know how to exactly leave worlds. I thought you had to find a door to be able to leave.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't realize it was the save points that got you out.
Oh, wow.
So I just wandered the worlds looking for a way to get the hell out.
Oh, man.
And I was 7, mind you, okay?
When did you figure out you could just use the save points?
I think probably like a little while later, not too long, thankfully.
Because Traverse Towns and Olympus Coliseum are the only ones you can do that.
Exactly.
I think.
Once I hit Wonderland and Tarzan, I was really struggling.
I mean, I screwed myself over with 1 because I never grinded. That's just more I'm an impatient person who doesn't want to do all the heavy work.
Well, to be fair, I didn't grind either. I didn't have any concept of what that
Why
was.
do you think I never finished Kingdom Hearts 1? I couldn't even get past the first area of End of the World.
Which was the first area? Oh yeah, the place where you have to find the fucking walls that you can't see.
Exactly.
That would make a damn good manga, like, chapter right there. It's just them trying to get through that damn place, and every time they go somewhere, they hit a wall.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a fanfic out there somewhere.
That sounds amazing. I bet that does exist somewhere. Also, speak back to my comment. Do not, if you're playing this game, do not solely rely on your level. There are some games where a level means a lot more. In this game, it is not one of them. You need to rely on your weapons, armor, and whatnot. Vigor says, I remember taking on Olympus Coliseum before I went to Wonderland. I died a lot. Oh, good old Cerberus. You know what's funny, Joel?
Yeah.
There was a time where I thought, Cloud was harder than Cerberus, and I have no idea what I was smoking when that happened.
Yeah.
Because Cloud's easy once you know what to do. Cerberus isn't. Cerberus is a pain in the ass, pretty much, especially those damn flying fireballs. I also remember dying to the mooks. Who are the mooks? Do you know what he's talking about, Joel? He may have misspelled, but...
Nope.
The mooks. Oh, the monkey heartless?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, good old heartless. What was the hardest heartless in that M1 for you, Joel?
Probably the angels and the one with the swords.
Yeah. Agreed. Vigor says yes, them. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Funny enough, Neo Shadows are actually in Kingdom Hearts 1 vinyl mix. They're very difficult to find, mind you, because they only appear under certain circumstances. Ziza, yeah. Fucking Kurt Ziza. Phantom. Fucking Phantom. I have nightmares of that thing. That's an enemy right there, Joel, where if you just spam, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
To be fair, you actually beat Kurt Ziza that one time.
No, I didn't. I never beat him.
Huh?
I never beat him.
I said you came close.
That is true.
You actually did pretty well against Kurt Ziza.
Yeah, I tried.
I was actually really surprised with how well you were doing.
Yeah, I'm not leveling up to that kind of leveling though, just to beat Kurt Ziza.
Lord knows too, because the only Kingdom Hearts game I've ever 100%ed was 2, and I did that all of that on critical. Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. That is a special kind of hell I do not want to relive. And it wasn't even the battles. The thing, and this was stupid on my part for doing. Yes, I know I'm about to die, people. So hang on. Come here, Wolfie. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Where the hell am I getting all these? Oh, I must be picking them off. Anyway, the hardest thing the thing that made 2 so difficult on critical was the Hades Paradox journal entries. Those were a pain. Vigor says, I also remember dying in my first fight against Sephiroth and the Ice Titan. Well, Sephiroth, yeah. Ice Titan, if you equip yourself properly, can be a bit easier, though is usually still pretty hard. Sephiroth, on the other hand. He says, I didn't help that I was terrified of the former. You know what's funny, Joel?
What?
You have to think about it. There was a time where I thought that Sephiroth was just a Kingdom Hearts character.
I imagine you think the Final Fantasy people were just Kingdom Hearts characters.
I did too, because I didn't know what Final Fantasy was.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts was what introduced me to Final Fantasy. Yeah, Sephiroth and his good old phallic sword. Oh, come on. People can't just tell me that he's overcompensating with someone with that sword. Figure says same goal. Oh, good. I'm not so alone. To be fair, I think it is stated in one of the 7 games that Sephiroth's the only one who could wield the Masamune, which is his sword. What secret bosses from Kingdom Hearts have you beaten, Joel, if any?
What?
Have you
Oh, I've never beaten a secret. Nope.
Figure says he's commentating for something. One day we need to get you to beat Sephiroth. We need to at least get you to beat him at least once.
I would have to level up to like level 100.
Hey, I'm getting ready to do Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2 on critical. So what's your on level 1? What's your excuse?
Not unless you want to do level 1 platinum.
I
what? Do you think that's even possible?
I don't even want to ponder the thought.
It makes you sick to your stomach, doesn't it?
Yes, I don't. Well, the thing is, you wouldn't see me get the platinum. I could do all the things like I did before. You wouldn't see me get them, but I could 100% it. But yeah, I don't even want to think about that, especially those Hades Cup journal entries. Anything but those on level 1.
Yeah.
Figure says, do you want a different Final Fantasy villain in Kingdom Hearts? If so, then who? Kefka would be right off the bat, but I don't think they'll ever add him. If I had to pick another, who else is popular enough that they would add?
Noctis is not.
Noctis is the main character. Noctis is the main. I wouldn't mind them adding Artem. Vigor says Ultimate. Vigor, if you and I both know why you want Ultimate. Actually, no. If you wanted, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Vigor says Seymour, Joel.
Yeah.
Still with me, Joel?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. You're a little glitchy. Not too bad, so they can still hear you. Where's all the enemy? Where are all the enemies at? God, I hate this shirt. There we go. I will laugh if Joel's internet just died.
Album, you're the one who gets to play, thankfully.
That is true.
Well, we're leaving because I want to get to kind. I'll be right back.
Huh?
I'm gonna get some food for myself.
Okay. And everyone's going BRB. Yeah. See if you can fix the mic, by the way, when you get back, Joel.
Alright. Let me hang on. Put everything in its proper place. Get back.
Oh shit! I just remembered. Speaking of which, it's actually a good interlude for me to check something. Is there anything connecting that I'll need? I will need. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, red spiral. I'll probably get one right there. I haven't even talked about quickenings yet, but I will. So.
I'm back.
Okay. By the way, Joel, I have an idea. Take your mic out of your controller and put it back in.
In.
And put it actually back to your mouth.
Back to my mouth.
Yeah, it's probably just a little wonky connection. That's no issue.
I'm just needing to adjust some things because I'm getting food. So I just want to make sure it's everything is.
What's funny is that the way Joel's coming in, it makes him sound like he's on an old radio. I've never made that connection until now.
Hello, 23 Skidoo, 23 Skidoo, the stock market is crashed. Oh, the humanity. So many orphans. I can sound like Alistair from Has-Been Hotel.
That's amazing.
There's actually a character in this new upcoming animated show that's being independently made who actually sounds like an old guy, an old radio dude.
Vigriff also said I'm getting Alistair vibes.
Alistair, pleasure to meet you. Quite a pleasure. Excuse the interruption, but I saw your reaction on the picture
Oh my
show.
god, he sounds like it too.
What a performance. I have been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929. Ha ha ha. So many orphans.
Die, bird, die. Even so, we're making good time with us so far.
We were just doing... we're not really progressing much, so much as we're just...
Well, at least we made it past the pro, like, Vigor slapping his butt off.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's see if I can go get some better equipment. I'm at least trying to get better equipment, that way when I go to, Barheim, that I'm not getting my ass kicked. I'm not gonna...
People say in the comment section of some of my older videos I sound like Kenny from, South Park.
You should really try to play up the Kenny thing a little more, Joel. Really make that work. Aw, shit, I can't
I don't know the character to do it.
Oh, shit, I have to wait in that stupid... Just, oh, good, fine. Got the road
And here we see Cole trying to run around the desert. Can he do it, people? It's the tremendous amount of heat.
And the sand.
Look at it.
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastards!
I don't even watch South Park. I don't even like it.
The sad part is the only introduction to South Park is when that Cartman says the F word in that class, and every time I watch that, I die uncontrollably. It's so good.
Mine was the Nostalgia Critic top 5 South Park episodes, and that was it.
Oh wow, the Rogue Tomato's a lot easier to fight than I thought it was. Oops. And yes, people, it's a walking tomato. I was getting ready to make that really bad, cheesy ketchup joke, Joel. But I'm not going to. Because I feel like that's something that's overplayed, and almost any time it gets brought up. It was overplayed when it was in Pulp Fiction. Except with that, at least they had a Royale with cheese. Cat soup. Die, you tomato, die. And it's dead. I don't know why, Vigor, but when you said cat soup, for whatever reason, I thought of iced tea from that Zoe 101 special.
I saw...
Whoa, your mic just got a lot better, Joel.
Oh, dang it. Can't do the radio voice.
Because it's been a film joke. Nice. Continue.
I saw an interesting tweet that said, name a better duo, and underneath the picture was of Uncle Iroh and some tea.
This will make a nice souvenir.
It took me way too long to get that. See, the best part about that joke. See, the best part about that joke is he almost died trying to make some tea too. You remember that?
I don't remember. Oh, that's right.
In season 2, when he's like, remember that tea plant I told you about? You didn't. I did, and it wasn't. When the ash spreads to my throat, I will stop breathing. But look, these are bakui berries. Or maybe the white jade bush that caused blindness.
I love how he just takes it all with stride.
That's what you gotta love about Iroh. He takes all of it with stride. Delicious tea or deadly poison. You gotta love a man who loves tea so much that he's even willing to risk if it's poison. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Talk about a band that no one has heard of anymore. Whatever happened to the Black Eyed Peas? I know Fergie's still around. And they locked us peons out because they don't want us stinking up the place, of course. You want to shove that spear in my face again, boy?
That's what he says. That's how they talk, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even mean to do that. So what were you going to say when I mentioned Ultimecia? Oh, yeah. I said let's be real. I know why I want Ultimecia. Actually, no. If that's why I want Ultimecia, then I'd have Cloud of Darkness. But you know. Actually, if you're gonna do a time plot with Kingdom Hearts, Ultimecia would be a good fit in for that.
I mean, they were already introducing alternate timelines, kind of. I think. Maybe.
So I guess you could have Ultimecia. You could just have her appear randomly. Be pretty damn funny. Just like, hey, there's a half-naked woman with wings that wants to compress time for some reason.
I want Bill Cipher, but
Megillo's slewing his way in and getting Vaughn out of trouble.
Yes, different style means different bouquet too. Take a Damascus Barreau's wine, eh? It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your
so dark out here.
What's so dark?
The rain. Just the outside, 'cause it's raining, and then next week it's all gonna be rain, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
Let the
I
rain
can't go
fall
outside,
down and wake
and
Joel's dreams. Let it wash away his sanity.
The mail's choked with this sand.
Oh, look, we're gonna make Wednesday appointment. I gotta make a note for that.
Don't give me a scare.
Although, you know.
You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
Still with me, Joel?
Yeah.
Because you know what's coming up.
Oh, that's right. They meet that guy. That's.
Okay, well. Vaughn, wait. What is it? Vaughn!
We're getting ready to meet the main villain of the game, people.
And he starts out like such a gentleman.
Yeah. Kind of a cocky gentleman, but a gentleman.
You actually see him though in the beginning.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just singing the end song from Phantom Menace to remind me of it.
And now we look at and there he is. And funny enough, the main characters actually never meet Vayne until the end.
Yep.
I kind of like that character set. Actually, Luke kind of did that with Palpatine. Actually, yeah. Theo says, do you consider Madara Uchiha an anti-villain? I don't know. I do not consider Madara an anti-villain.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vayne Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Army. Your Excellency.
Now I gotta give Vayne props for doing what he does here.
Is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Oh, that guy in the crowd. Go back to Arcadia!
But know this. I harbor no idle hope.
Deegriff, do you consider Vayne an anti-villain? That's a good question, Joel. Is Vayne an anti-villain?
That is the due of your
Not by the end.
Yeah, not by the end.
King Ramana.
I get ultimately what he's aiming for, right, Joel?
A little bit, yeah.
The problem
Well,
with him by
what
the
we
end, and even he admits at what he has become, his whole take of the reins of history back in the hands of man, even though he believes in that, it really wouldn't be the hands of man. Because it would still be ruled by the elite. It would be his version of that. And even at the end, when he fights the rest of the party, he goes into it knowing he's getting ready to die.
Yeah.
And in a way knows he kind of has to. He becomes more of a symbol more than anything. A villain still, but still a villain.
Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now.
I do find Vayne to be interesting. Especially,
I like Vayne.
Especially just in how extreme he is. But where he's willing to be extreme about things. Especially the scene you get.
He's a little like a mix of. He's kind of like a little bit like Tyrion Lannister if he went more crazy.
He's kind of like a mix between Tywin and Tyrion.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was thinking.
Vigor says some people were telling me Xehanort was an anti-villain, but I can't say that. No, I can't agree with that. No.
Oh Lord, no.
Lord, no. The one thing where Vayne, where I think he has some of the most interesting stuff is when he has that whole scene with his father, and his father says, "Is this your idea of vengeance?" And he says, "It is my idea of necessity." And his father says, "So you would bloody your hands?" And Vayne says, "My hands are already stained with blood. Better me to rule than someone who has not."
I am the gallow, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Ravenmaster join me in welcoming
That's
you.
enough of highness. Though indeed I am.
Oh God, we're getting more we're getting more Game of Thrones up in here.
Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I
Joel?
no disrespect.
No, I'm just reading the subtitles.
Now that I
Okay.
think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul for that matter.
It is kind of interesting that the emperors are elected.
Yeah, it's more like Rome than anything else. Because because here it also Arcadia also has a senate.
Well, Rome's emperors were hereditary.
True. But it's more like that in this.
Except for a brief time when they were when the emperors adopted other people's kids.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like that. We never really get clarification as to how the imperial system, the emperor system kind of works. But we do know that there is a senate involved. I guess the way this senate works is they're all the nobility that preside over public matters, and they all get sort of a say. Kind of like, I guess, sort of like the ruling chair in King's Landing, kind of.
Maybe that's how they should elect the kings to sit on the Iron Throne.
Maybe. Well, to be fair, it didn't really work for the Arcadia either, Joel.
It's true. That's true. You could always end up with a
bad chick, with a extremist.
Extremist. To be fair, better than Joffrey.
Yeah.
Or Cersei.
Or Eris.
Hey Penel, that fate tonight.
Or Eris.
You think they'll let us in?
Or Robert.
It's in the palace, and we don't have an
Yeah.
invitation.
No,
Yeah,
Bane's just better than all those people. Even Robert. I like Robert, but let's face it, Robert would just be drunk.
No, Vayne would at least get stuff done.
Yeah.
The thing is, if there was a decision he'd have to make, he would make no qualm about making a decision he would make.
Give back to Dalmasca. Come on.
I like how I find it interesting that Vayne has to correct Magellan, saying that's enough of highness. I am an elected official and nothing more.
Yeah.
It's interesting how he talks about that.
Wonder if he actually believes it or just for show.
That's a good question. I've always wondered that myself. I would imagine probably to some degree he probably does. Because at the end, when he's with his father, he does seem to show some regret in killing his father.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem all the way pleased with it. It's after he basically offs his father that it becomes harder to tell.
That's gonna get more and more corrupt by the day, so...
That too. That's a great scene, by the way, with him and his father just talking. Alright, now we can leave Rabernest and go to Giza. Thank God this is... Here's a BRB, alright. Thank God this isn't the original version, otherwise I'd be hunting for a loot drop for a Kotetsu. Thank God that isn't the case anymore. What level am I? I'm level 3. Alright. Check licenses real quick. I guess I should probably try to invest in some armor. That's always a wise choice. Oh, speaking of which, I need to go talk to Tamaj. I need to get my reward. I did a hunt. I need my reward. Yeah, to be fair, I would much rather have Vayne running the stuff in Westeros than I would any of the others.
Well, cool. I now officially know where you live.
What do you mean?
I checked the verifications of someone signing into my YouTube account. And so I'm just gonna say, do you recognize this activity? Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Anyway.
Well, I've told you where I lived long before that.
So good.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, I'm just reading someone left a review of my fanfic. Hooray.
Nice.
I'm happy.
If you're in a guild, teleport to stun. Good. Alright. Now, to be fair, if I had any... Actually, you know what's funny, Joel? Anyone in this game, Lars would probably be sitting on the Iron Throne.
I'm sorry, what?
Lars.
You just... Oh, you're cutting out.
Again, damn it. Hang on a minute.
Vigor's back. Howdy, Vigor.
Howdy, Vigor. Better?
Better. Now, what were you saying?
I said, you know who I'd want on the Iron Throne?
Who? Well, you're cut out again, Cole.
What is it about Larsa? I swear.
Larsa cuts you out?
I guess. I said I'd want Larsa.
Yeah. Had to pick a Kingdom Hearts character on the Iron Throne. Who would you pick?
Oh God.
High King Riku on the Iron Throne. Or maybe he'd get bored though. Maybe he's more of a soldier.
I'd see Riku as being more of a Jamie type character.
Yeah, especially with Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku.
Vigor says not Xehanort. Yeah, definitely not Xehanort.
Phineas would be like Joffrey.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or does that make Larxene Cersei?
I threw up in my mouth. Okay, ugh, I don't want to think about that no more. You just compared Larxene to Cersei. Larxene is not as bad as Cersei, Joel. She gets close, but I would probably go more for Yensid, because for Ansem we're still not in the green light in terms of just where he stands.
Of course, we all know who Goofy would be, though.
Jon Snow.
Oh, I was thinking more Stannis, but...
Actually, yeah, you're right. Either that or Donald. Actually, yeah, I'd say more Donald before I'd ever say, yeah.
Yeah, Donald. But wouldn't Donald be more like Tyrion?
So is Jon Snow. Yeah, you're probably right, Vigor. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Or Mickey more like, maybe Mickey's more the Tyrion, because he's more...
He might be. Alright, time to equip some armor. Alright. I guess Cloud's Jamie.
You think so?
Who are you talking to, Vigor, from me?
I'm not talking to you.
What the hell? What did I say again?
You said Cloud with Jamie.
I guess.
Oh, Oswald, yes. I want Oswald the Lucky Rabbit so bad.
See, now Vigor's like, wait, who is he talking to? He is me and I am you.
He's me, I'm you. You who? Who? Me? Him? You?
And I'm about to whoop your old ass, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, him, everybody's ass. I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Ooh. Who's Danny? Who's Danny?
Shion.
You think Shion? I'm gonna say nominate, but okay.
No, I'll say Shion before I'll ever say nominate.
Okay, Replica's then the bodyguard guy, whose name escapes me.
Jorah, why did I forget that?
Yeah.
And that epic ass accent. Gotta love some epic ass accents.
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I
Vexen can be Littlefinger.
Coming to them someday.
Yeah.
Believe me. But that's not
Replica's the faceless man, yeah.
Ooh, that's even better.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace.
We just finished the Faceless Man's arc right now, so...
Well, technically we just began the introduction. We ended the introduction to that stuff.
Words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's ours, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
Oh, Vaughn, gotta be like, I'm gonna take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So...
Xanatos would be Littlefinger.
Magic stone.
Do you know what the Xanatos does it?
No.
If I can remember where I've tucked it away.
I have no idea who Xanatos even is. Who's Xanatos, Joel?
I don't know. I've actually never...
Yeah, similar looks. David Xanatos. Nope, never heard of him. Joel, can you look that up real quick?
Xanatos. I've heard that name. Because of the Xanatos Gambit. Xanatos. Oh! Xanatos. He's the guy from Gargoyles, isn't he?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
David Xanatos.
Yeah, I figured just said gargoyles.
I never watched Gargoyles.
I thought you said you watched gargoyles.
Nope, never watched Gargoyles.
I thought you said you wanted that in Kingdom Hearts for the longest time.
I do, but I want for everyone else who watched Gargoyles, not necessarily for myself.
Oh, I thought you were going on about that because you actually watched that. What the hell? I've been living under a lie for like a year now. What the hell?
Your entire outlook on me has changed forever. No, I've just been wanting it because people know a lot of friends.
Oh, okay. And eventually, I want them to do Coco, Moana. That too, yeah.
For doing alternate dimension stuff, like, who's to say Buzz Lightyear isn't real in one universe?
True. Yeah, let's really get convoluted up in here.
Hey, what happened?
It's loading.
There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm a bit behind.
Alright, here we are at Giza. Not the pyramid of Giza, but it's... That's it. I'm not gonna over level. There's no point. No point. If I'm like level 4 or 5, I'm more than ready, and I got some good equipment. So. Did you ever watch Ray William Johnson back in the day, Joel?
Who?
They haven't been. Never mind.
Never heard of him.
He was a big YouTuber back in the day. I've come to see your wares. I will take your supply of medicine. Thank you, Thank you, merchant lady. RG, I think is how you say your name. I'm supposed to talk to... Yeah, here she is. I am so ready for Balthier to join in.
Me too.
Penelo, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same, though the answer is pretty clear.
No good.
What? I'm being good.
Is that right?
By the way, Cole, it's 5 o'clock. We have an hour before Game of Thrones starts.
Cool.
Oh, don't worry.
Noted.
I was busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why?
I'm gonna see if I can make it. If I can make it to where Balthier joins.
Let's get going.
Okay.
Vigor says, "Hello, girl I don't care about." Exactly, Vigor.
Yeah. I care more about. I like Penelo more though. I mean, yeah, the princess is way more interesting. She gets a story.
Yeah, Princess is a lot more. The princess is a lot more interesting. Ash is a lot more interesting. She's a bitch, but she's a lot more interesting.
And of course, Fran. Sorry, Val's another character.
Yeah, Fran's pretty interesting. Penelo's the girl that's just kind of there, which is sad because in Revenant Wings she's a much more interesting character.
More than Kyrie.
Yep. Though, good. To be fair, Kyrie's consistently non-existent.
I admire consistency.
I find of all the things Namora wants to be consistent about, that's the one thing he's consistent about.
Oh.
Which is even sadder considering he actually does give some female characters that game a lot of good stuff to do. I find that so hilarious. Xion was good. Aqua for parts were good. Rapunzel was really, really good.
Elsa, good.
Yeah.
Anna,
good. Larxene even good.
I always liked Larxene.
I do too. Also, I'm going to say it again because I love this YouTube comment. Right at the end, this is a little minor spoiler, but of all the people you fight that kind of come around in the end, young Xehanort's lie, get wrecked, Sora, suck my dick, later, bitch.
Venice is like that too.
Yeah, it's when they did that with whoever wrote that for young Xehanort, I burst out laughing.
He's like, nah, man, darkness is great. Why do I want to change?
He's like, nah, man, it's great. I don't know what the hell y'all are on.
Oh, Nominate got more to do with great too.
Yeah, Nami got more screen time to do something, but it seems to have it out for Kyrie. Yeah, Joel, I'm gonna say something, and this is one of the things I meant to say in the review, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. If Nomura is never going to do anything with Kairi, get rid of her.
She kinda did for a few seconds.
At this point, I don't know what else there is to really do with her at this point, other than just writing a character.
It's just, let's not just blame Nomura though, Cole. This is a problem with a lot of shonen anime.
Well, yes and no, but the problem is...
Something you see a lot.
The problem with that logic, Joel, is that Shion was kind of in that role in Days, but wasn't that?
Shion's always been better, though.
That's kind of the problem, is that using that logic, that kind of breaks down. So it's just like Nomura really doesn't give a shit about Kairi at this point.
She's the...
Exactly. Which is sad, considering a lot of the other girls in Kingdom Hearts are much better, and are that role, but better. I will too. Vigor says Nomura's in charge of Kingdom Hearts, therefore he is to blame. Yeah. At least in the story department, yeah.
I'm talking about trope in general.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we even try to use that as a trope, that even breaks down by Kingdom Hearts standards. Again, I feel like at this point, the sad part is I find Sora to be a little more interesting with other characters, and I feel like he could be if we would just get Kairi out of the picture.
I mean, ship romance-wise?
Even then, yeah. And I feel like he could be a bit better with someone else. Riku. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
It's sad that I buy Riku and Sora more as a ship than I do him and Kairi.
Unfortunately. You and the rest of the world.
Because again, I just don't know what else. I just don't know why even keep her around at this point. Hell, Vigor, this'll hit home a lot harder for you. Sakura does more shit in Naruto than Kairi does, and he has done in the entire series.
Yep.
And that's incredibly sad. And she's an epitome of. See if we go back. She's even a worse version of that. And at this point, I don't even know why her being a Princess of Heart is really relevant anymore.
Is she? I'm not sure.
That's the other question I'm having. It's like, so even then, is she? Vigor, here's what I like about Ansem Zen, that I don't bend the narrative in their favor. I love the way you worded that. That's so good. I mean, Xemnas kind of has. Especially if we factor Dream Drop into the mix. I mean, would you be down for a new female protagonist in Kingdom Hearts, Joel?
Protagonist, antagonist. Bring on the female characters. Jump 30 years. Have Sora be a depressed old man.
Oh, that was brilliant, Vigor. Vigor says Kairi makes 1010 look like Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Oh. Seriously, jump 30 years. Have a nobody girl meet depressed Sora, and Riku's kid is now evil for some reason.
I would love if Nomura literally wrote Kairi that way just so people would just get tired of her. So he's like, alright, I guess now. It would be sad if he Jason Todded her, but it'd be hilarious.
Oh, I'd love it if Kairi just became a villain, you know, like...
That would be hilarious. Vigor, say what you will about Sakura, but at least she had one cool fight. Yes, exactly.
I once thought about doing like a funny fanfiction where like Kairi's like, you know what, I'm tired of being this goody-goody girl. I'm just gonna go all goth for like a good day, just go nuts.
they do something with her if the person that they keep touting up in 3, the girl, if that turns out to be Ava, and she's somehow connected to Kyrie.
I had a weird theory. What if Ava is Kyrie's grandma for some reason? No, wait, that wouldn't work.
No, I doubt that. What if her grandmother isn't actually her grandmother?
That is true.
Where's the I don't see the resemblance, other than the eyes.
I kind of hope Ava's a bad person.
Or at least has done bad in order to try to go in her own good way, but kind of fails for her and just kind of corrupts herself unknowingly. I think with what's set up at the end, I'm pretty sure she probably is.
Are we breaking our spoiler rule, Cole, at this point?
Not really, because even then, a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell are they talking about?
That is true.
The one, we have not spoiled the big reveal. Vigor, Joel, you have done more with Kyrie in 1 chapter than Mora did in the entire saga. You have at least earned my respect in that regard. Yes, exactly, Joel. The thing that Nomura just refuses to do with Kyrie that he has done for Riku, but he never does for Kyrie, he has never contrived a situation where she's joined in a certain action. She's always on the sideline. She's not even on the sideline.
I wonder why. That like a cultural thing? Or?
No, I don't even think then. Because because with other shonens, that's not even the case even there. Not even One Piece, Naruto, Bleach.
Does he just, I'm just curious why. Like, I want to get into that mindset.
I do too. I'm curious what it is about Kyrie that Nomura just doesn't like. I never understood why it is he never utilized her more.
It's like Padme, but worse.
Yeah.
At least I know the behind-the-scenes reasons why he had to kind of back off Padme just for editing purposes. There are deleted scenes in episode 3 where Padme does way more. Episode 2, Padme's not that good.
Vigors also says My Hero Academia respected its female characters. That too. So even by current shonen standards, that's breaking apart.
Well, that's good just to see it change.
Well, yeah. That's all. It's just shonen, Joel. There are a lot of other manga genres. Really not the case. And of course, there's a female-centric manga genre, and that's shoujo.
Well, yeah, of course, you got magic girls like Sailor Moon.
Well, no, I'm not talking magic girls.
Me too, but
just shoujo, just more female-centric and more female. Is Nomura a misogynist? I wouldn't go that far.
You got Shion, you got Shion, you got Namine, you got Larxene.
He's got Shion, and he's got Larxene, he's got Namine, much of them much better female characters.
Your Letsia.
And he has Aqua.
And Aqua.
Stupid decisions aside. To be fair, anyone in that game made stupid decisions, so.
He fit right in.
Yeah. And if we're really going by that route, technically he hasn't written all male characters really well either. If you take Ven into the equation.
Well, what about his non-Kingdom Hearts work? What's it like there for his, if there are any?
Well, actually, yeah, good point, Joel. Because even if we're going by non-Kingdom Hearts work, then not even then, because he has Aerith, Tifa, especially Tifa. And Aerith especially. Aerith is not what I would call a typical save the princess kind of person. She is quite the opposite.
So I guess we can just deduce that he just isn't like Kyrie.
And I don't get why that is. It's the most head-scratching thing in the entire saga. Vigor says true, there was Shion, Larxene, Aqua, and Envy. Yeah. It's really strange. I'm always curious why he keeps her around.
Because maybe he just thinks, you know what? She's the girl Zora's going to marry. So why not?
It might get to a point where he gets so bored with her, he's like, screw it.
Game close.
I'll say, Kyrie's written more like she's more in a harem-style anime. More of the bad ones.
Which is funny, because I was reading a tweet earlier from someone, and it's like, the one thing I admire about Sora is he never comes off as a guy in a harem. He's
No,
not like a
but Kyrie seems like she's just out of one of those anime.
Can we just have a story where Kyrie just goes evil? Have Kyrie go yandere something.
Can we have her do something? I don't care what it is, just have her do something. He also seems to have something against Sora. Well, that's kind of well, at least in 3, that's starting to kind of come back around and kind of be a bit better again.
I don't think so. I think Sora's been pretty consistent with his arc.
Well, Dream Drop aside.
Well, that's just more he's stupid, but I think his arc is still very much the same of he's a character who defines himself by the people he knows, and when they're not around, you see what the results are.
And I think the best version we see of that is, of course, in 3.
Yeah.
Where he kind of just falls apart when all of that is gone. Which is actually really interesting.
Think of doing a whole time travel back dream thing with that interlude period.
Yeah. Yeah. Nomura can write decent female characters when he wants to.
So I don't think misogynist is...
No, I don't even... Yeah, I highly doubt that. I've read a lot of... No, Vigriff, I'll tell you exactly who I would call a misogynist, and Nomura's nowhere near close to him. You'll know him as good old Hiro Mashima.
Who?
Hiro Mashima, also known as the writer and creator of Fairy Tail.
Aha! Your favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, Vigriff knew exactly who I was talking about. He says Fairy Tail. Which is sad, considering some of his stuff with certain female characters were good, and that at a point he's just like, nah, fuck it. You can pinpoint when that is, too. It's sad when you have a writer and a story where you can pinpoint where it all goes downhill.
Yeah.
Ugh. Who would, if you were to replace Kyrie, Joel, who would you replace? You know what's sad? Actually, you know why I even really didn't like Kyrie in 3, Joel?
What?
Because I buy him and Rapunzel together more than I do him and Kyrie.
I see Rapunzel more as a friendship, but because of Eugene, but yeah.
I buy it more than I do. Bigger than
You cut out again.
I said then Kyrie.
Yeah.
Beager says Fairy Tail seems more like a softcore ecchi anime. It is an ecchi. And Beager says then shonen, yeah. Sad part is if we're even going by ecchi standards, we also have DxD in the line, and Kyrie is written worse than a lot of the characters in DxD. I guess that's the big question. Why is Kyrie so non-existent? I guess those are the questions.
Yeah, like, why doesn't Nomura like that character? He likes Sora, he loves Riku. Who doesn't love Riku?
Lord knows he loves writing Riku and Mickey together, and that's some of his strongest work. I just find it just really, really strange.
Well, sadly, I can't see Sora going with Riku because I don't know how he feels about homosexual relationships.
Maybe he has something against the girl next door trope. Maybe? And again, if you're against that trope, just don't do it. I guess just to contrive or do something, I guess. What were you saying, Joel?
I mean, I don't know if Nomura will ship Riku and Sora because I don't know how he feels about, you know, homosexual relationships.
I think
being very conservative.
He's a little more conservative. He alludes to it in certain Final Fantasies. I'm more in your camp too, Vigriff, though it is sad that I buy them together more than I do Sora and Kairi. And I think that's clearly Nomura's intention. He wants them to be best bros, but I'm like, Nomura, you're making the best bros seem like the better ship than your main pair.
Best bros. Yeah, Sora goes on his knees and cries when he finally sees Riku.
Yeah, when it comes to Kairi, he's like, hey, you got kidnapped again. You okay? Cool.
Riku's here! Hold me.
Actually, oddly enough, I would buy Elsa and Sora together more than I would Kairi and Sora.
I prefer Anna and Sora myself.
I do too. Mainly Elsa, because I love how cold she is to Sora in the beginning. And I feel like that kind of relationship would be pretty hilarious for Sora. Like, he's like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong here.
Yeah.
Like, we see other characters kiss in Kingdom Hearts, but not Kairi and Sora.
They share Papu fruit and hold hands.
Ooh, Vagr's got a question for you, Joel. If you had to ship Vanitas with anyone, who and why?
I used to ship Vanitas with Xion. I like evil Riku. That's a fun one for me.
I would maybe say Aqua.
I can't get behind that one. It didn't work for me.
I can't get behind her and Terra. Lord, I can't get behind her and Terra.
I've seen some well-written ones.
Well, for me to buy that they end up together, I have to think that Terra could make that happen. Figure Xion, Aqua, or Elsa. Oh, Elsa and Vanitas. That'd be interesting.
Vanitas gotta do some hard redemption though.
I would love to see that. That'd be hilarious.
Ventus too, obviously. You gotta always ship Vanitas and Ventus. That's just kind of a go-to.
Hashtag team same person.
Yep.
Well, there goes. Well, there was. Well, well, there was our rant on Kairi.
Kairi, she hasn't done anything, and she probably never will unless Nomura just decides, you know what, I'm gonna make you a villain, but that'll never happen.
Or get rid of you, one of the two.
Game close.
Vigriff. I've seen a story where that is a ship, but it ain't a redemption story from what I've seen. Oh.
Oh, I might be going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle that either. Especially now because it seems we might be getting Riku X Nominee, I guess. Real Riku X Nominee. Somehow. Think of how sad that is. The person I kinda, killed.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the Vegeta and Yamcha thing from Dragon Ball. Vigor says, nor was it a fall from grace story. Ooh. Yeah, I'm starting to picture what was going on there. Vigor says, I would say that for either Aqua or Xion. Yeah. Someone's just gonna pop in on this Let's Play and go, what in God's name are they talking about?
Yep.
That's how we roll on this channel, folks.
Get you know that the voice of Shion is also the voice of Isabella from Phineas and Ferb?
Yes, you had told me this.
My mind got blown when I found that out.
Oh, you would have a really fun time with anime then, Joel.
What you doing? What you doing?
Because says I don't mind Fall from Grace stories as long as they aren't Dakari King Mikan stories. I do not know what that is. We might make it to ball theory yet. I think so. I would assume so. I would assume that's what you and Lo said.
I think so. As long as we finish before 10 o'clock, because that's when Resistance comes on.
Yeah, of course. What season is Resist? Oh, that's right. I can get that treasure just now.
That's
what?
a writer username.
That's that's a writer's. Oh, okay. And he's quite an infamous and not in a good way. I gotcha.
Too long. I had a really good time. Well, I should probably be getting
Bye. What was your name?
I was kind of supposed to be watching the place for Magello.
Who's leaving?
Try to stay out of trouble. For me, I don't know what I'd do.
Oh, that was good, Joel.
If you weren't here, if something happened to you.
There should totally be a fanfic out there, like post 3, where the guy's like, totally tired of getting shafted. I'm going to the dark side. Maybe then I can.
What if there's like a funny fanfiction out there where she goes out and tries to do stuff, but ultimately fails at everything she does?
I read a really bad fanfic one day where Kyrie was so desperately in love with Sora she wanted his babies.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's worse. That's how you do it worse.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where some of the bad shonens come into play.
Now I have read fanfic where she's like, you know what, Riku? You like Sora, I like Sora. Let's split the difference 50-50 and just go 3-way. I love when she's very casual about stuff like that. Like, who cares about, you know, what society thinks.
Oh, it's Garam Scythe Waterway. Okay, well I guess I have that on quote now.
I like the fanfic that always write Kyrie kind of snarky.
I like her when she has spunk.
I like spunk. She got more spunk in the manga.
Yeah. She has nothing in the games.
That's where this crescent stone comes in.
Give me the stone, boy.
Can open the hidden door to the treasury, you see. Listen, Von.
Vigriff, do you know what cartoon or anime where Taro falls from grace? Are you talking about where they become the villain, or they just or where they just fall, or they fall on hard times?
The series.
Or are you talking about where they just fall from grace? If we're talking that.
Seen some anime where the main character goes bad for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, technically.
Zuko.
No, that's a fall ride. That's a more of redemption fall, then rise again.
Shoot, that's a good question.
Fall from grace. Yes, I know. We know. We're trying.
I have to think about it. I'm pretty sure I have, but I couldn't name any off the top of my head.
Come on.
I'm a Yamaha. Like Rise of Darth Vader type. Oh, okay. I guess Code Geass is basically that.
Isn't he all about justice and whatnot? I remember.
Yeah, but it goes to an extreme.
So far, the Imperials haven't noticed a thing.
If you run a real good example of that, Death Note.
I like stories like that.
Yeah, Death Note, it's really, really scary. Really, really cool, too. Which one, Vigor, of Code Geass? you're talking Death Note, then yeah, the second season. From what I hear, the second season of Death Note, Bates Motel. Yeah, Nathan, that's a good example.
I know a lot of people like Code Geass.
I do too.
Bates Motel? What's Bates Motel?
I believe it's a show. Vigor says Death Note is not all that bad. And yeah, he's talking about Code Geass, yeah. I think there are parts of seasons of Code Geass that aren't as good. Yeah, Death Note, the only part of Death Note I hear is a bit bad, and I never finished it, was the second season of Death Note. Yeah, Death Note's a really interesting one. Oh, actually, thank you, Vigor. I just thought of one right now. There's an anime called Shakugan no Shana that's basically that, where the third season is basically that.
Cool.
Oh, it's a sequel to Series to Cycle. Oh, nice. I love this where Kite says, well, one of the reasons I need the thing is I'm going to need you to spec some special tools for me to open the door. I'm going to need you to fetch them for me. And, then he just turns out he's just kidding.
Yeah, you probably should, because we're going to watch Game of Thrones at 6.
Vigor's asking me to spell that. Yes, I will, Vigor. Give me one moment.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta get out of the way. I'm gonna put in my power cord. I'm sure still be here, though.
Sure thing.
Thank you. You know what one of the fun things about writing this fanfic I've been doing, Cole, is?
What?
I love pairing Riku up with, like, the most cartooniest of characters.
When he's with Mabel, it's pretty hilarious.
What?
When he's with Mabel, it's pretty hilarious.
Oh, I think he's hilarious when he's with any of the Pines, like, especially, like, Stan, because Stan's always, like, a con artist, like, coming up with, like, the most wackiest of cons.
Yeah. Alright, finally, Garam Scythe Waterway. Nathan, if you're still here, have you watched... Nathan, if you're here, have you seen Death Note?
Mabel, another female character who's better than Kairi.
Yeah, except Nomura hasn't written her yet.
It's Mabel. You can't...
I was getting ready to say Cersei was better, but I'm like, nope, I can't even say that. I don't know. Think about that for a minute, Joel.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, with Kairi, at least you don't have to worry about dying. A poison or...
Yeah.
Listen to drunken pirates.
Yeah, but, well, you might, because would she save you?
Well, Kairi?
It's just sad that we have to think about this. Vigor says he saw the second season of Death Note. The first season is a much better version of... is the much better start of Death Note. Especially with L.
Yeah.
I would take some of the people in High School of the Dead over Kairi, and that's saying something. And gotcha, Vigor. Vigor, have you seen High School of the Dead?
I love pairing Riku and Mabel together. They are the great.
Vigor says I've seen a bit of it. Then you know me taking a lot of those girls over Kairi, how sad that is. At the very least, Rey. Not Star Wars Rey, other R-E-I Rey, not R-E-Y Rey. Vigor says don't blame you. And I hate myself for choosing some of them too. To be fair, the best character in that show is a nerd. Kota, I think is his name. That dude's hilarious. That dude knows exactly what he's doing, and he's just having every bit of fun in that world, and it's great. Little context for that, Joel. High School of the Dead is just basically a bunch of high schoolers surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Gotcha. I've read a few Kingdom Hearts high school AUs just for the heck of it.
That's oddly enough a really big trope in shonen in Japan. I'm like, eh.
You mean high school?
Yeah, high school tropes. Slice of life kind of tropes.
I find them fun and calming sometimes.
Yeah, must like this in RE. Yeah. Vigor says he finished High School of the Dead. Bear in mind, Vigor, if here's Nathan, anime loves high school for some reason. Yeah, Nathan, and I never quite understood that myself. Vigor, if the sad thing about High School of the Dead is you're thinking you're ever going to get an ending to it, you're not going to, because the author of it died 2 years ago without ever finishing it.
Ooh.
So I mean, High School.
For some reason, I'm sorry. Speaking of high school, yesterday for some reason I was looking up clips of that anime Higasashi.
Oh God. I'll the anime for you to look up, Joel. You looked up a When They Cry. Oh Nathan. Oh God, Nathan. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. I'm scared to this day that that's gonna happen, and One Piece is never gonna finish.
One Piece is still going?
It's been going for over a decade, probably 2 decades at this point. But yeah, anime and manga.
Yeesh.
It's the most popular anime in Japan. And manga.
You'd think he'd have an ending.
He does. It's just still going.
Yeesh.
He's got pretty much planned out. He's just writing it there. It's good. That's the unfortunate. A lot of series never finishes if it doesn't, because author's rights in Japan is if the author had never sold them, then that means Japan basically can never touch it. So that means no other author can take it and do anything with it.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Double-edged sword.
Nathan. Uh-oh. Joel, you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay, hang on. Sorry about that. I guess my internet clicked off real quick, but we're fine. Nathan says it's about 80% over or so percent done with One Piece. As Oda has said, though, that's likely to change. He always takes his word back on stuff like that.
Oh, lordy.
He's had very different calculations throughout.
I mean, that's a double-edged sword with manga. It's like, on the one hand, you keep that creator integrity, but on the other hand, you can't let others kind of play with it.
Unless the author gives them that kind of permission, and that's another reason I kind of like manga, is that there is usually always an ending.
I mean, I guess it depends on like what kind of story you're telling.
Well, I mean, even with Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball manga's been long over. It was over for 10 years before Super came along, discounting GT, of course. And of course, Naruto, the original Naruto manga, has been over for a while, with Boruto not even being done by the original author.
Oh, that's right, the sequel.
Yeah, and it's not even being written by Kishimoto. He's like, nope, I'm done with that. That's the trade-off when it comes to American and Japanese comics, is that most Japanese manga are usually, even though they can be long-running, are usually done by a single author, and when they're done, they're typically always done. No, Attack on Titan's still going. I don't think it has much longer left, though. I'm pretty sure it's in its last arc.
I know season 4 is...
Season 3. Nathan says Bleach even ended, even if I was never a fan of the series. Oh, don't be talking to me about the Bleach ending. I'm still I still get rubbed the wrong way about that ending to this day. What did I think of Dead Man Wonderland? I liked it. I really liked it.
Wonderland, another thing mangas and anime love to do for some reason.
Yeah. Some of them do it to different degrees. Well, Dead Man Wonderland is just a big giant prison that you have to fight your way through. Otherwise, well, you're dead.
I've seen people love to dress anime characters up in the Wonderland arc. Sexy Mad Hatter and
remember, cosplay is a big thing in Japan as well, Joel.
Yeah, but let's just say Alice isn't always female in those pictures.
Well, no, no, well, of course not. Trying to go upstairs, ain't you? I know. You're hungry. I don't blame you. Gotta have a servant as your wingman. Best idea ever.
Hey, Buckethead.
Yay! He said, "Hey, Buckethead." I could do an entire video about the Bleach ending, but we're never getting a continuation. So what's the point?
I thought you didn't like Bleach.
I love Bleach. I hate its ending. Big difference.
I thought you couldn't watch Bleach anymore because the ending ruined it.
I could probably still watch bits. I could watch bits, though the arcs overall really get brought down because of just how bad that ending is.
That's one thing I'll never understand completely, when somebody lets one piece of medium affect the previous pieces of medium.
What do you mean?
It's like really integral to it. It's like,
well,
I guess I can understand some areas, like, you know, the ending of How I Met Your Mother ruins that show, but...
Well, think of it like this, Joel. The problem with Bleach, it isn't so much... I'll get to your thing in just a second, Vigriff, is that, the problem with Bleach is not that the ending goes against what Bleach is. Quite the opposite. It's that everything that the arcs prior from the beginning of the series were building on are never given any answers to kind of tie those arcs up. So basically, the meanings behind those arcs is basically non-existent now.
Well, what about, here's a better example, like, what if, like, Star Wars Episode 7 ruined your ability to watch 4 through 6, or 1 through 3?
I think, to be honest, I can't see that happening.
See, that's the stuff I don't get. It's like, stuff with a more integral story plot, I can get that, behind that.
Yeah. It's sad, too, because, Bleach could have been a lot better because of it, but the ending just decides, now we're not going to give you any answers, and that basically destroys the series because of it.
Yeah, stuff like that I get, inherently.
Yeah, and it's sad too, because you can see where the author wants to take it, but he never gets to it. Let's see. Vigriff, the best way to describe Dead Man Wonderland is that it's the warden of Super Jail cut a deal with Disney. Yeah, exactly. Xehanort's defeat was rubbed me off the wrong way. I can understand that too. Nathan, there's some enjoyment in the first 5 seasons of How I Met Your Mother, but the ending honestly hurts the show overall on what they built. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Bleach as well. Where in the hell am I supposed to be going? Oh, here it is. Sorry, people, I got lost, even with a map. Heh, lion sigil. Cue the Reigns of Casimir.
Alright, we can talk about the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, though.
Yeah, we would talk more, but we'll probably save that for the actual Let's Play, which will probably be in March, so just bear that in mind.
Also might give Lo some time, too, to catch up.
Yeah, we're also... I think that's probably the idea, too, is we want to let her get through that.
If she gets a PS4 thing.
She has a PS4, Joel.
I mean, you know, all the online stuff. Which cost the money.
Well, true, we can still do videos with her, even so.
Yeah. Let's see what I'm looking at here.
Eager says might have been a part of the society.
Probably. Probably.
Probably. Yeah, I can see them being a part of the Dalmas. Actually, I can see them being the Arcadians. They'd fit right in. There typically aren't any endings that ruin series for me other than Bleach and Fairy Tail. And Fairy Tail's just more of a, well, Mashima, you just stop trying. That's literally the reason that final arc is so awful, is because the author literally just went, nah, fuck it, I don't care anymore. It's one of those cases where you clearly don't care, so why should I?
Cool, I got a question.
Yeah.
Is Cersei so bad that if Organization 13 came to her, they'd be like, ah, nah, we don't want you, it would be Northern girl. You already cray.
They probably would, they'd probably look at her and go, nah.
Well, Arxie be going, nope, You're
Arxie might be interested.
Even you disgust. No, Arxie would be like, even you disgust me.
Nathan says, Lost Ending kinda does, since the whole series is about to the point of this island. Figure that's why I didn't buy K3. Yeah, I get you. I got you. Oh yeah, here he comes, Joel. Here he comes.
Oh, it's a coming.
Quite a performance.
Actually, I heard Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually doing quite well.
It is.
Like on the top charts of everything, and that just makes me happy.
And here's the leading man, everyone.
The man of the hour, the one and only, the one we all came to see.
I found it. It's mine.
If I had to describe Balthier is what Han Solo would be if he had a better way with words, was more suave, and was a lot more socially skilled.
Balthier is everything Han Solo thinks he is.
Exactly.
Exit stage right.
The gods do not smile on us.
And he's accompanied by a bunny girl.
Bunny girl!
Oh yeah, there's Fran.
The bunny people!
I figure says have more
Fran.
charisma. That too.
Well, suave and charisma are kind of the same thing.
Yeah. And he had a British, and if he had a British accent.
Yes.
That's kind of how I felt about that Tomorrowland movie, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Which is sad too, because most of the movie's pretty decent. Then it gets to the ending, and then you have freaking Hugh Laurie in the end, and he's just there to kind of be there. And then the ending is just all like, really? That's it? Oh, there's an interesting movie. Nathan, Tomorrowland was such a letdown. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Which is sad, because the main actress in that movie I really liked. I wish she got more work after that. I think that movie kind of killed her career after that.
That's quite an entrance. Impeccable timing.
Which is... oh, yeah, freaking Lindelof. Yeah. Which is funny, because Lindelof is also the writer of Lost.
One of the writers for Lost.
Yep, and of course he was the writer for Tomorrowland.
I wonder who wrote the ending to Lost. That's a good question.
Maybe it was Lindelof.
I'm gonna look it up. Okay, I know two of the guys who wrote Once Upon a Time wrote for Lost. Lost had a bunch of writers though, so...
True. I think he was the... Wasn't he the series creator, though?
No, that was JJ.
Oh, that's right. That was yeah,
oh,
JJ.
Yep. David Lindelof and Cartland Curse wrote the
ending.
Final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
oh god, I forgot he wrote Prometheus, Star Trek Into Darkness, Cowboys and Aliens, and this new. Oh crap! I forgot he was gonna write the new Watchmen.
Let's see.
I completely forgot about that. I forgot that show was even happening.
Oh, David Lindelof pretty much was on Lost from the get-go.
Yeah. Oh, and Joel
just wrote the first 2 episodes, pretty much.
Oh, and Joel, he's going to be writing Watchmen, the new show for HBO.
It was JJ and David Lindelof who co-created Lost.
The offer didn't just it disappeared.
Ah, forget it. Even if we could.
No worry, it's not like JJ brought him to do Star Wars. I'm surprised they didn't let them do Star Wars.
Joel, no. YouTube, if you hear this commentary later, I want you to delete that line from existence and not look back. I don't want that jinx to ever exist in this internet data ever.
Well, blame JJ, he's a successful.
Pirates that chooses to steal through the sewers.
Pirates? You're sky pirates? So you have an airship?
It's both here. Listen, thief, Vaughn, if you ever want to see your
Let's see what else he did while we're at it. Let's just keep looking.
Actually, Joel, we gotta end pretty soon because we gotta get ready to do our thing.
We're working together now.
Oh yeah.
Understood?
Nathan, Lindelof on Star Wars is as bad of an idea as Colin Trevorrow. Yeah.
Never crossed my mind.
Well, they hired him.
Yeah, but they could hire Lindelof.
Let's see, Wasteland, Underdressed, Nash Brigades, Crossing Jordan.
Master Ricky, you just showed up right as we're getting off, man.
He did World War Z.
Really? That's interesting.
He also did a story for Phineas and Ferb.
No worries, Master Riku. You can always watch us in post later. Don't worry, we'll be doing a lot more of these, so no need to worry. And we made a lot of good time, so we're good. Brad Bird.
I think Brad Bird was the one who suggested Colin Trevorrow.
Ugh, that's surprising. Of course, Master Riku asked the question, are you going to be streaming KH3 in the foreseeable future? Yes, but it will probably be sometime in March. Am I right in that saying, Joel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, March is probably when we're going to see that.
I needed a good break afterwards.
Yeah, plus we're going to see if any of the restrictions lift. Doubtful, but we'll see. So yeah, people that...
DLC.
Yep. Alright, y'all, so that's, I think, going to do it for us tonight.
Alrighty. Hang on, I gotta drink some water. Well, folks, like Cole said, I'm going to be doing this for us tonight. That was Final Fantasy XII, Zodiac Age, Part 1.
And Master Riku, you're just going to have to find out.
Find out what?
What mode we're going to play, what mode you're going to play KH on.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to watch and find out.
Watch and find out. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like the comments. Unless they're nasty comments, then I'm going to be deleting said comments. Spread this around to your friends, so next time we do a live stream, we have lots of people showing up. And I can't think of a catchy ending because this isn't Kingdom Hearts, so
let me think.
Well, we have our leading man.
I got one. So until next time, folks, this was Joel.
Hi.
And we will and we can only hope that one day the reins of history will be placed back in the hands of man.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I'll use that next time.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Good night.